This is prayer number 2 of 81 from the Bible. So we're covering in this video healing. The definition for healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. A person or treatment. Cause: a wound, injury, or person to become sound or healthy again. Synonyms which are similar meaning are make better, make well, cure, treat successfully, restore to health, get someone back on their feet, put someone on the road to recovery. This is video number 3. In this video, the Rock Sanctuary presents video number 3, a Bible prayer for healing, taken from Matthew 8 verses 2 and 3. Welcome. Please note, we do not claim to be an authority on the Bible. We are simply offering our interpretations of the text mentioned in this video. To learn more, research for yourself or speak to your minister. Be aware that different people and Bible versions may offer different interpretations of the same text. In covering Matthew 8 verses 2 and 3, we like to use the King James Bible or the King James Version. Also, we provide the English Standard Version, which is almost plain English, so that if there's something that you don't understand about the text from the King James Version, it will be in more plain English from the English Standard Version. So we will read both from Matthew 8 verses 2 and 3. Starting with the King James Version, verse number 2 says, "And behold, there came a leper, and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean." And verse number 3, "And Jesus put forth his hand, and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed." Now from the English Standard Version, verse 2 reads, "And behold, a leper came to him and knelt before him, saying, Lord, if you will, you can make me clean." And verse number 3, "And Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed." So we love to give the backstory before we go on to the commentaries. And the backstory in this case, before we got to the healing in Matthew 8 verses 2 and 3, is that Jesus went up into the mountain with some of his disciples to pray, to commune with the Creator. And in returning back down from the mountain, the leper met with Jesus, asking him for help. In those days, Jesus was going around and he was healing a lot of people. And the leper saw and heard of these miracles and expressed his own faith to try to reach out to Jesus to get his own healing. So the Bible Hub, Benson's commentary, comes from Matthew 8 verses 1 to 3, and Benson's commentary to explain how the healing, or his views on the healing of the leper, where leprosies in those countries were seldom curable by natural means, any more than palsies or lunacy. It is likely, though, that this leper might not mix with the people. He had heard our Lord at a distance, kneeled or fell down before him. So lepers were people that were looked down on. They were like outcasts. So they would try to seclude themselves from others based on their condition, as people would not treat them kindly. Benson's commentary continued for Matthew 8 verses 1 to 3 by saying he had been informed of some of the miraculous cures which Christ had wrought, though leprosies were the most nauseous of all the distempers incident to the human body, and the most infectious, insomuch that the bare sight of a leper could not fail to raise a loathing in all who looked on him. Nevertheless, Jesus, with great benignity, drew near and touched this man, and instead of being polluted by touching him, cleansed the leper with his touch, and sent him away very joyful, by reason of his cure, which rendered him agreeable to himself, and gave him access again to the society of men. So lepers were looked down on to the point where they were outcast, as I mentioned earlier. So in this case, after being healed by Jesus, he felt like a person that was able to integrate back into society, feel like he was a regular person again. Our own practical commentary for Matthew 8 verses 2 and 3. The Bible encourages us to expect miracles. Daily it is experienced by people in the world. We don't always hear about them, or some we may find inconceivable. But to those who experience these miracles either by faith or by surprise, they find a newfound belief in health or a life of joy, living each day after knowing what ailments they once faced. Leprosy can come in many forms and can be seen as sickness of the mind or body. We go through daily struggles, but life and even health issues have taught us that to get through each day or to see the next chapter of our lives, common sense shows we have to push forward ahead before we can live to see the change we so badly desire. So to recap, we covered Matthew 8 verses 2 and 3. Keep this Bible verse as a reminder to read for healing when you need to defeat an attack to your health. You can add this to your quick list of reading materials when you need to draw on a Bible verse real quickly. For more information on this Bible verse and more, you can read easily from any device online at BibleHub.com. So today we covered Matthew 8 verses 2 and 3, and that was for healing, where the leper saw Jesus coming down from the mountain and have heard and seen of his many miracles that were taking place during that time, and he too wanted his miracle, his healing. So he knelt down at the feet of Jesus and asked him to heal him, and that was done. And he walked away a happy person, feeling like a part of society again. So all the reading material can be found right here in the credits section. We want to thank you for joining us. Please like and share our videos, subscribe. Please comment, but please be kind in your comment, because there is no exact science to putting this information together. Please leave constructive criticism if you have to. Thank you for tuning in to the Rock Sanctuary on video 2 of 81, Prayer from the Bible.